as you can go. Turn it up, y'all. Beat flow.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go, fellas.
Here we go, here we go. Wait, 80!
All day, punch.
12, fellas, here we go.
Jam.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a
65. Hey, Haywood!
57's the mic. 57's the mic. They can't hang with us.
21. Here we go. Say hi.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Good. 180!
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Fred Warner coming off a strong rookie year in on the stop for the Niners. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Browns send out their punter now. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Cut.
12, fellas. Here we go. Hey, alert.
Garoppolo on first down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Jannard Avery. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Switch.
11.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And the pressure gets to him again. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
57 to Mike. Watch the screen.
Ready.
He'll drop to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
Mike 53. It's just me and you.
They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's first and 10 up at the 46. Back to throw here. And his throw here's incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Watch out. Check it out.
Leo.
Second and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, but now it'll be third down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again.
The Browns take over
Let's
first
go.
and 10.
Let's go.
Their own 16-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Hey, we're 33. Run.
Kill. Turn up.
Hey, Delta.
Kill, turn up.
Hey, God.
Play fake. Mayfield. He'll leave it for Cohen. Complete. Fighting him off. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
180.
Heavy on the edges. Check 50.
Mayfield off the play fake. Going up top. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Here we go. 180.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Tight end right. You got 3 down.
11.
Mike 42.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike 42. 65.
12.
65. Alert flare.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Second down.
The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with second and very long. Here's Mayfield. Ball going deep here for Taylor. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
56. Mike 56.
Hey, Mike 7.
56 to Mike.
Third and long for Mayfield. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. They'll try and pick it up with Cohen, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Know your job. Check. 6. 21.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
White.
53. Watch the run.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Sheldon Richardson busting through to get him for a loss of 6. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
3 down.
11.
Mike's 42.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he's going to go down again. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Here comes the 49ers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
Let's go.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Defense, let's go.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 65, 65.
On first down, it's Coleman. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
13.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. 22 yards there, a first down. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former 5th-round pick. I remember that game, December against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Mayfield down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeForest Buckner able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Mayfield on play action. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now, we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Mike.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10.
No. Off. Show it up.
12. 61. Matchbox lights.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Marquise Goodwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'll be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots.
Through an opening, and there he goes. The 40, 30, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 96 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This will be taken very short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mayfield. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Mayfield now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He finds Taylor, complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 49ers' 43-yard line.
54. Mike 54. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! I got it.
On 2nd and 2, Mayfield. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 21.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
At the Niners' 19-yard line.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. He can't.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Mayfield. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game, and all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 96 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. No gain on the dump off. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo as his guys continue to pour it on. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gold now to kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Yeah, difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They go play action. Mayfield. He's going to look deep down the field. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Joker.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. Touchdown, 49ers. Jerick McKinnon. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gold with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Next to score, Niners 42, Browns 3.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gold now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Browns take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. To throw again on second down. Mayfield. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Let's put that team on the clock. Hey, watch it.
Mayfield with it once more. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on,
here we go.
why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 13-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They try again with Cohen. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Mike 54. You ain't doing nothing today.
Hey, alert 33.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Hey, alert 33.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. The quick slant caught. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after, right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
53. Mike 53. Check pass.
They will run again with Coleman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On second down, it's Coleman, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
46-yard line.
Lock!
57's locked.
80 weapons.
I got you.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Handoff, Coleman, right side. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
57, Mike, 57. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Smooth. 57's the Mike.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Watch the slam.
Play fake. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Mayfield stepping up. He'll try and run. Now Mayfield lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Here we go. Wait, 80.
Mike, 57. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Gold to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next? And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield steps away to his left. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Mayfield off the play fake. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? Now Mayfield on fourth down. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Deep forward. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
You can't stop me.
Here we go, here we go. 180! One, Omaha.
Twist. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Pick it up.
Hey, Alpha.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. I got you, boy.
Well, Garoppolo's going to throw it. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well at hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.